Yo, 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 it's Big Ant the Spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in with a special guest today, man. Propain. What's going down, man?
What's the word, bro?
For sure, for sure. I appreciate you pulling up, man.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
Now, we had to tap in on it. You know, you've been laying down your groundwork in the city, and H-Town, undeniable. If they don't know about you, they've been sleeping, but you know, for my platform, man, you got to introduce them to yourself and tell them where you're from and everything like that.
Man, Propain, H-Town, man, Southside, Hiram Clarke, born and raised. Yeah, Texas boy. For
sure, man. And you come from one of them areas in the city, bro, where y'all always kind of had like y'all own thing going on. I ain't really get hip to Hiram Clarke. I had never really been up over there. In my early years in the city. But Walsnet's from there, huh?
For sure, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
my pops had that Walsnet CD.
Oh, yeah.
And them niggas was we used to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my pops used to listen to it, and they used to have, for the niggas that don't know, they got a classic CD cover.
Yes, bro.
The slabs on there, and the nigga got and the nigga got a 2-liter drink, a 2-liter Sprite on there. Muddy, just poured with drinking, and it was that cover was just a representation of H-Town streets, and that was my first introduction to like Hiram Clarke. So
for sure,
you gotta tell them what it's like growing up over there, though, man.
Like Walsnet, that's legendary, man. I looked up to them. Shout out to Harvey Love. Shout out to my boy Lil Head, man. Big B.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Mafio, man. So, but the Clarke, you know what I'm saying? It's on the south side. The crazy thing about the Clarke is, so on the south side, you got the southeast side, which is like Sunnyside, South Park, all that. And then you got the southwest side and all that over there. But the Clarke, we was like an island. You know what I'm saying? We don't rip the southeast, we don't rip the southwest. When the news come over there, it'd be like the southwest side of Houston, but we don't rip the west. So it's just like, we just always been an island. You know what I'm saying? So the Clarke has always been like our own little thing. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't too much different than your other hoods in the South, man. You know, it's the hood, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. Are y'all technically geographically Southwest, or are y'all really South side on the map? Or do y'all just be like, we our own thing and we claiming that? Because for people that don't know that's never been to H-Town, it be shit going on out here where niggas is in a actual hood, but they don't rep the whole hood. They only rep their part. Like, nigga, like that shit be, we only rep our block.
Like that in the Clarke, bro. We got projects like that.
So y'all got niggas in projects that only rep the projects, but not the whole area. Okay.
X.
So are y'all technically, if we want to be down with it, on the southwest side on the map?
We're on the south side. Okay. We're on the south side of the map.
Okay, for sure. So you grew up in which part of Hiram Clarke?
Broadway. So, so you got... The Clarke, like, for it to be his own little hood, like, the Clarke is pretty big.
It is.
Yeah, but I grew up in Broadway, man. It was like a bunch of, it's like 50-50 Hispanics and blacks. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I grew up around a bunch of Hispanics and shit. There's a bunch of black people over there. But, it was cool. Yeah. So, like, out there, that hood, like, you got everything going on, bro, for people that don't know. Right.
You got the slab culture, the real heavy Houston influence.
Yeah.
You got the street shit going on, bro.
Yeah.
What did you come up over there doing that really defined you early on?
Man, so it's two sides, you know what I'm saying? I used to hoop, so I was always a nigga who used to hoop. But on the flip side, the shit we used to do there was getting some trouble. Because the Clarke, we was known for stealing cars, you know what I'm saying? That was just our shit. So I took a interest in that early on. My partners put me on that shit. That was like, that was something big over there, bro. We used to like have these master keys. So that was like a thing. We had the master keys. They could just take the cars. That was wild times, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big, though. But that's just a Hiram Clarke thing, though. Niggas used to just steal cars back then. That was
the number one hustle.
That was the number one hustle. Niggas wasn't even really hustling, man. We was just fucking up. We wasn't even making no real money.
Yeah, on my side, I came up on like the north side and shit. When I got to high school, the Tink era came.
Oh, okay.
When they was taking the Dodgers and shit. So that was like a thing. I didn't even got on some crash dummy shit and jumped in one of them hoes on some peer pressure type shit. Kind of like, I don't even know why. Nigga, like, what am I in this hoe for no reason?
Real, man. That shit was crazy, bro. We was doing that shit.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy, man, the crazy thing about that story, and I always tell my partners, it was a bunch of us, bro. We had like a whole ring of niggas.
Yeah.
And man, niggas just started dropping out left and right with niggas getting caught. It was down to like 4 of us, you know what I'm saying? And then another nigga got caught, and it was my 2 partners and me. Them niggas came. We was in high school, bro, like 19th grade. My niggas came, it was like, man, we fit to go yada do whatever. I'm like, bro, I'ma chill, bro. Cause we was on the news. Like, they ain't have our face, but they was like, it's been a massive amount of car break-ins on this side of Houston. They was talking about us. We used to think that shit was like a badge of honor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I remember them 2 niggas went, bro, and I ain't go.
Yeah.
And I was literally the last nigga standing, bro.
Damn.
Like, that shit was like a sign. Nigga, like, nah, this ain't what it is, bro.
This ain't for you.
This ain't for me, bro.
Nah, for real. I'm glad you got away from that line of work. Cause
facts,
you know, that
man.
shit, that right there is how niggas start their criminal lifestyle.
Nah, for
That's the beginning to break it in the cars and shit of that nature, bro. So what made you actually go transition besides that right there? What'd you jump into next?
Yeah, so around that time, see, what happened was I was always a hooper, so all my partners was hoopers. I had like 2 sets of partners. I had all my niggas I used to hoop with, then I just had the niggas in the hood that was, you know, some street shit. Couple niggas dropped out, couple niggas was selling drugs, whatever, but it was the best of both worlds. This is where I was from. So, you know, niggas that hoop, you gonna eventually get to travel on and, you know, you around niggas that do the same shit. So my 10th grade year, I ended up leaving the school I was at, and I went to a charter school called Alfonso Crush. Worst fucking school ever, bro. Like, just, that shit is what really turned me on to all this shit. I wasn't even on none of that shit, man. I got there, that shit was like, that shit was the hood for real, bro. That was like a school, but you was graduating to the streets in that motherfucker, man. Niggas was in that bitch selling drugs, niggas stealing cars, niggas doing everything. So that's kind of how I got onto that shit. And then I think around that time when that shit just was like all coming down and just all type of crazy shit was happening to all my partners and shit, that shit kind of made me more so focused, get back on basketball. I left that school, got back on track, you know what I'm saying, started back hooping. Yeah. Then the rest was like history and shit.
Yeah, so what high school you just hooped for?
And I went to 5 high schools. I went to the school I was telling you about. I went to Alfonso Crutch and Gulf Shores. Then was 2 charter schools.
I went to Gulf Shore.
I went to Westbury. I went to Hot Tower, and then I ended up graduating from a school that's like 3 hours away. My senior year, I went to Longview. It's in East Texas. It's called Longview, Texas.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I graduated from out there.
Okay, but yeah, you went to some shit. You went to schools that had some names too.
Yeah.
Niggas was hooping. They had to be hoopers.
And I stayed in the Clarke, bro. So our home school was Madison. Yeah. And I never went to Madison. My brother went to Madison, everybody. But me and my partners, because we was hooping, we never went there. We ended up following our coach in 8th grade. So we ended up leaving there, and I just never even went. I don't know why. I never went to the school in my hood.
But Madison had that football team, right?
Oh, yeah, VY. That's my nigga. That was like my brother.
That nigga did the full. I remember them that time, man. Them niggas was going crazy, Madison High School.
Him and my brother, best friend. So I literally grew up. Them niggas like raised me. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the Astroworld thing growing up? Like niggas mob, because if niggas don't know, it was this thing at the Astroworld back in the day where all the like Southside niggas would be teamed up deep as fuck. And then Northside niggas would come up there and it just be crazy fights.
Crazy. Especially Fright Fest and Halloween, bro. It's called Fright Fest. Yeah, we used to be wildin', bro.
Yeah,
I used to be up there.
Nah, niggas used to be up there on that bullshit, that Fright Fest, Halloween.
Tripping, bro.
Nah, this some real H-Town shit we talking about, man.
For real, bro. That shit was legendary.
And see, they right there where people, I like to give people the geographic who never been here. Y'all are right there where the stadiums is at, right there in the mix, not too far from the Galleria area either, and this everything in the cultural side of this shit going on.